The first time I really thought that I really liked football was my junior year in high school. I was a track guy growing up, and so I always wanted to just run fast. I was all about being on the track, so when I started football, I thought, what's the one position on the field that I can stay away from all the hits? And so I picked wide receiver and just felt like, all right, I've got some pads on, but let me just go run by people and see if I can score some touchdowns. Being a second round guy, I felt like I would probably be there at least to finish out my first contract. And after 3 years, our head coach ended up leaving and we had a new head coach in. And so I didn't fit with that new organization and ended up being traded going into my last year of my contract. It was after the second preseason game that I was traded, which is one of the hardest times to try and get on a team and really get that camaraderie, and to get in there that late really put a lot of stress on what was going on in my life at the time. Being newly married, not being able to have your wife by your side, and having to be in a hotel room by yourself, not understanding the playbook, not really gelling with other guys on the team, really started to be a low moment for me. And so I would definitely say that I was depressed at that point. I didn't like the situation I was in. Football wasn't fun for me anymore. I didn't feel like I had value with the team. I separated myself from God instead of going to Him and looking for guidance through this time. I was just sitting there and just dwelling, I guess, in the sadness or in the tough times, and just trying to continue to work myself out of that. I thought at that moment, all right, Lord, I kind of see where this is going, and if this is going to be the last year, then I'm going to be the hardest worker on the practice team. I'm going to make sure the guys are prepared. I want to use this opportunity to share Christ with more people through Bible studies that we were having, and I just looked at it like this present situation is still great, and there's still so much that I can share with others. It ended up being one of the best seasons that I could have had overall as a receiver, then also as a special teams guy. And with that 1-year deal, the final game of the season ended up returning 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns, which tied an NFL record and the greatest way that you can go out in a contract year. That to me was just a further example of not realizing and being comfortable with where God had me, and in this valley time to say, all right, Lord, what can I learn from this? That has been really the biggest thing for me, is that to realize that it's not about me, and to really use everything that He's given me to be able to serve others, to have that chance to be able to show the world and show our community that you have an opportunity to really change children's lives all over the world, was something that God put on my heart to say, even though you're done playing, here is a way that is much greater for you to have, and that I can share your experiences to be able to get the right people around and show people what He can truly do with you after you're done playing.